Welcome to Steffon's soundtrack series, where I give detailed insight and sometimes personal anecdotes on how a particular song impacted my life. Today's song is Make It Rain by Travis Porter. Coming up in my era, the trio Travis Porter, made up of Ali, Quez, and Strap, were highly influential, even for a young man in Cleveland. While they have had a fair number of hits, one brings back so many memories, and that is Make It Rain. Make It Rain was the gym staple when I was in high school. I remember it was Lemonade by Gucci Man, the original version of All the Way Turned Up by Roscoe Dash, which also featured Travis Porter, a song that turned into controversy, and Make It Rain, the strip club anthem that turned into a rotation record for a high school PE class. I remember it blaring through the speakers during pickup basketball games in gym class, where I always ended up guarding the center even though I wasn't very tall. I remember I would try my best to guard a guy who was already over 6 feet tall at that time, jamming out to Make It Rain while constantly getting overpowered in the post. Even though I was getting scored on almost each play that the guy was guarding touched the basketball, I would still dance to the song as I'm running back down the court. It went beyond just the basketball court. It was just such a fun and full of life record. And now looking back, that period of like 2007 to 2011 was filled with so many upbeat and danceable records, even though many of the elders felt like it was the death of hip hop. I was in my teens during that period, so I understood what those records were made for. Looking back, it's wild that a song made for strip club culture became the biggest song for a freshman high school class. The hook was just so catchy and was able to be inclusive that men and women could each have their own parts. Especially the woman on the song with the repetitive make it rain trick. It was infectious. Make It Rain just had the sound of fun. And it wasn't about being hard or street. It was about a good time, which I definitely appreciated. Even though Travis Porter was rooted in Atlanta, this shows that their influence and appreciation went so much beyond the inner city limits of Atlanta. And when I hear Make It Rain, it will always transport my mind to those high school days where I felt so much more free. Thank you for listening to Steffon's Soundtrack Series. I am Steffon GH, and you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at SteffonGH. That's SteffonGH, where you can follow this series and find links to even more content.